Welcome to another video. This time I'm going to show you one of my sketchbooks. Often when you see a sketchbook, it is often full of very beautiful drawings and it's kind of spotless. But I can't draw sketchbooks like that. When I use a sketchbook, it's for developing the drawings for daily purpose, and you don't know which drawing is going to turn out very fine and beautiful and which drawing is just going to be an experiment gone wrong. And that's why I think, at least, my sketchbook is a mix of some good drawings and some bad drawings. So this video I'm going to show you everything just as it is. Only things I've cut away is a few camera problems during the takes. Please enjoy. Here is my sketchbook. So let's begin. The first drawing here, you can see the influence of my journey to Japan. And it's a classical anime situation taking place in a classroom. It's an ink drawing, which means that it has certain small ink spots around and small random strokes from the pen, but I think it actually underscores, make the drawing a little more living. I think this I can use in a comic at some point. The next one is a female bank robber. It was a drawing that went wrong, very wrong, and I have added the hat and the scarf and different things, as you can see here, to conceal errors made by ink. Because when you use a pen, you can't change it. So you basically just have to camouflage as well as you can and then hope it turns out well in the end. And the final impression is actually okay. I especially like the part with the eyes. Random faces. And a picture of an old crone. An old wealthy lady who are up to no good. She might also be something I could use in a comic at some point. Inspired a bit of a old upper class look. And here we have some loose legs, feet. This is pretty much just rehearsals of drawing. And this one, the lady down here in the corner, I like this one because it has a very clear posture. It's made with almost croquis-like rough sketches and some obvious mistakes like over here, but the final touch is the final impression. I really like that, even though it's only a sketch. A couple of more posture exercises, a couple of hair exercises, not so much to tell about them. This one I have several similar drawings, but different details. First I make the posture, the composement here, and then I redraw it a bit more detailed. All these pictures are examples of working on a main heroine for a cartoon, so there's a range of different looks, but with some similarities. Here's some roughs for a comic. I'll just skip those. And another collection of faces, like pirate faces, nobleman faces. And here we have a fun example of how few lines you have to draw to get an idea of how much, how a hairstyle would look. It can be done very, very simple. This is a fortune teller woman I've tried to make for a fantasy setting. I think it came out pretty well as a first draft. Another little drawing I made, and here we have different things. We have an experiment with a braided hairstyle on top. Then we have a pretty nice face I made here in the middle, and at the bottom a nature exercise in making a wooden branch, also meant for a page for a comic eventually. a few pages of nothing really, and another detailed drawing. Here the legs came out pretty well, and the upper body also came out pretty well, but you can see it's a bit too stretched in the middle. The figure's dimension is simply slightly off. If I should here I can say that you can see the braided hair, the little flower on the hair, the hands. I think they are detailed and pretty lifelikely shaped. I would probably cut it here if I were to use a drawing, because again, when you draw analog and not digital, by using pencil, you don't really have the opportunity to just mesh your figure together afterwards. And another try to make someone, this time with a headband. Yeah. Some things in this figure, like the hair flowing down the shoulders, came out nicely. The face was destroyed by an eraser of too bad quality. So even when I tried adding a bit shadow in front of the figure to mask it, no, it didn't work. So the hair is the main thing I like to take away from this drawing. And then redraw it at some point if I'm going to use it. A couple of swimming scenes. This one has a clearly Japanese feel to it as well. Classical swimsuit drawing. Again, the eraser were not very kind to the picture. It turned out well, but the eraser destroyed it. And random faces. Again, more random persons. And then we have this cat up here. Cheetah or something like that, which I think was fun to draw, something a little different from just drawing humans. Again, it has some irregularities. When I draw, it's often with a very loose pencil, and then sometimes the irregularity is actually underscore what I'm trying to put life in the drawing. This lady was charging down on an enemy, which I just managed to squeeze in beneath. But, yeah, composition experiment. And a collection of random tries of eyes and hair. Yeah, not that much to say about that. And then a blank page, which also happens sometimes in sketchbooks. You forget where you where you arrived at in your book. Little hairstyle, again a Japanese feel, and an oasis with a river flowing through a desert land. And this is an experiment with hairstyles. Again, you can see the similarities between playing with a bandana and a ponytail, how much they can look like or not. And that was what I had my sketchbook for you today. So maybe I'll go through one of the others at another time, but thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember to subscribe. Bye.